Today we are making protein cakes and I really hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I break down the exact recipe for you guys and explain what I have with it post-workout. Alright, I had some requests to give you guys some whey protein recipes, and right now I'm making my protein cake recipe. Jess just cracked all the egg whites for me. We are making 6 cakes. So how many eggs did you use?
2 egg whites
per bowl. So we used 12 egg whites. We're making 6 cakes, and we'll show you guys like how we set it up and put it in the oven and get baked. They're really easy to make. We make these in like 5 to 10 minutes. So time savers and they taste good. I use 3/4 scoop of Optimum Nutrition salted caramel whey protein for each cake. And I'm using 1.5 tablespoons of this Red Mills coconut flour for each cake. 1 teaspoon of baking powder for each cake. I use approximately 4 tablespoons of water for each cake as well. Lastly, I top the cakes with cinnamon. There's no exact measurement, just however you like cinnamon. I put cinnamon in lots of things. You guys know how much I love cinnamon. So that tops off the cake, and Jess is gonna mix, and I'll pour them into the containers ready to bake in the oven. Alright, so all the cakes are all mixed up. They're put into these glass containers. So I recommend glass to put in the oven, lined with parchment paper. I use this parchment paper. It doesn't contain any bleach, so if you see this in the store, definitely buy this instead of the white one. You don't want to have bleach in your food. So I line that, and they're all ready to go in the oven. I have the oven already preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So here we go. Here's the cakes, and these ones I'll cook in a faster time, so I'll explain how I time all the cakes together. So for the cakes, you definitely don't want them to dry out. If you cook them too long, they will dry out. They will taste very blah, and you won't like them. So you really have to, the only thing about them is you really have to watch them. So I put a timer like 23 to 25 minutes for the long square ones, and then the other ones usually take 30 to 32 minutes, just depending on how they're mixed or whatever, but I keep checking it. So it's the only thing. So after 20 minutes, you have to just keep checking it. Again, you don't want these to dry out. When they don't dry out, they're nice and moist and they come out perfect. So you want to make sure that they don't get too brown, because then you know you've overcooked them and then they're not going to taste that good. So yeah, I have to like sort of get it down to more of a science, but I love having these after my workout, and I will show you how they come out after they're done. Alright, so the 2 square cakes just came out. They took 26 minutes to cook, and you see how they're light, they're not too burnt, they'll be nice and moist for when I'm ready to eat them. The circle ones, since they have a smaller amount of surface area, they take a little longer to cook, so they'll be done in probably another 5 minutes. So it goes a little over 30 minutes for the circle ones. Alright, so the 4 cakes are made. These are the circle ones. I don't have the square ones to make 6, so I have to use the circle ones. But they're all done, and the cakes are going to be wrapped up in wax paper and aluminum foil and stored in the refrigerator. Alright, so I just made my protein cakes.